Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Ogechi Aghaji, aka Oaghaji here, and I'm back with another video. Now, y'all remember that I did a review on the 1986 Thai martial arts action film classic, Born to Fight, starring and directed by the late great Panna. Yeah, I had a great time reviewing this movie, especially since I definitely enjoyed the movie a lot. And now I'm going to do a review of the 2004 remake. Still directed by Panna Rittikrai, and it stars his one of his proteges outside of Tony Jaa. And let me see, I'm trying to make sure I got the name here. Yeah, Don Chupong. Yeah, that's it, Don Chupong. Like I said, the original Born to Fight starred and directed by Panna Rittikrai. Now this remake it stars his one of his proteges, Don Chupan. What I'm saying. Like I said, for some of y'all might remember Tony Jaa and JJ Yanin as his proteges, but this is another protege of Panna Rittikrai, so I was able to have some leading roles. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm happy to do a review on the remake. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different as plot, and you also see what I mean when I read the synopsis in the back of this DVD, courtesy of Dragon Dynasty. So here goes. Where a remote Thai village is overrun by terrorists armed with a nuclear missile, an elite undercover operative leads the most unique fighting force ever assembled in a heroic bid to save their nation. Filled with spectacular fight scenes and death-defying stunts done without wires or CGI, Born to Fight features some of the most dangerous action sequences ever filmed as it hurtles towards its explosive finale. Excuse me, y'all. Pretty good description. Now, there's a little bit more at the beginning of that, but I want to read like the quick synopsis of it so y'all understand what's going on here. Let's talk about the story, the characters, and the acting in this film. The story is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? And what I like about the story in this film is that it's very different from the, original 1986 film, which is nice because this one features a Thai cop, played by Panna, is hired to find Xian Fong, a lawyer from Hong Kong. You know what I'm saying? So that's the plot of the 1986 movie. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention, in trying to return to Hong Kong, but double crosses and mistaken identities come to play in this particular film, right? But in the remake, it's a little different. You have a undercover cop, trying to fight against this terrorist organization that has this nuclear missile. You know what I'm saying? And it has to assemble a fighting force to stop this threat. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. You know what I'm saying? It makes it very unique and it makes it stand out in its own as its own movie, which is awesome. You know what I'm saying? And the characters are pretty interesting too, especially the undercover cop played by Dan Chupon. You know what I'm saying? He definitely did his thing, his role. You know what I'm saying? I like his character and the trials and tribulations he has to go through in this film, which I like. I don't want to say too much about the story and characters because of spoilers, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But the acting with Don Chupon and the rest of the cast, pretty solid in my opinion. So the story, the characters, and the acting each get a 4 out of 5. You know what I'm saying? Now let's talk about the meat and the potatoes of this film. The action, along with the cinematography, the editing, and the lighting of the film. And the action was pretty solid. Very well choreographed, very well shot, and very well edited. You know what I'm saying? It has that real contact hit style of Thai action that you will see in Panna Rittikrai's earlier films back when he was the star and director of those films back in the 80s. And the films that he would choreograph, which stars his proteges, Tony Jaa and JJ Yanin, which is awesome, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is a great display of Panna Rittikrai's action style. And and not only as a fight choreographer, but also as a director as well. The film as a whole was shot very well in the remote Thai village, which is nice. The atmosphere. You get to feel that you're in the village with these characters, which is pretty awesome. You know what I'm saying? And the lighting is pretty good too. You know what I'm saying? Especially for the nighttime. So no complaints there. You know what I'm saying? So the action, cinematography, editing, and the lighting all get a 5 out of 5 tops. Now let's talk about the music. The music is pretty good. It's been a minute since I watched this remake right here, but for I remember, the music's pretty good. And it definitely fits with some of the fights. Especially the final fight in the end. I mean, y'all know what I'm talking about if y'all watch this movie. You know what I'm saying? So can't say too much about the music because I don't want to end up repeating myself. So the music definitely gets, a 5 out of 5. Overall, Born to Fight 2004 is a pretty good remake of the 1986 classic, you know what I'm saying? And it definitely stands out on its own as well. So I highly recommend y'all watching it. And hell, I even recommend the original as well because they're both awesome in their own right. So, Born to Fight 2004 gets a 4.5 out of 5 tops. Hopefully, y'all enjoy this review, and I apologize for any hiccups, any brain farts, or being tongue tied and all this shit. My apologies. You know what I'm saying? It's been a bit of a long day, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, if y'all like this review, y'all can hit that like button down below in the YouTubes and share it, you know what I'm saying? Stay tuned for more other reviews and other videos along the way. Y'all can also subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification bell to keep y'all updated on my uploads. And y'all can also follow me on my other social media accounts. So with all that being said, this is your boy Ogechi Aghaji, aka Oaghaji, aka the Pervy Sensei, signing out. Peace.